look around on the road and you will probably see many teens driving a Honda Civic or a Ford Focus or a Toyota Corolla. However, the question is, are these the right vehicles for an inexperienced driver to be behind the wheel? Well, the answer to that question and many more is the car coach, Lauren Fix. Hi, Lauren, how are you?
I'm good, Julie. Yeah, there's a lot of kids on the road. Kids are going back to college and high school, and you want to make sure to make your kids are in the safest vehicle possible.
Absolutely. What are some of the top vehicles for teens driving today?
Well, the best selection, believe it or not, is that mid-size four-door sedan. I know they'd rather have an SUV and all that, but the fact is they can give you some false confidence, and you don't want them in a sports car or convertible. That is an absolute no-no. So you want to look for vehicles that are safe, and the trend right now is to go with the new vehicle and put your teen in that safe vehicle with all those great new safety features that you're always hearing about. You know, the backup cameras and lane change departure and active cruise control and the bright LED headlights so they can see at night. And that's all really important because, you know, you can replace cars, but you cannot replace your teens. And so it's always important to think safety first and purchase a vehicle that has great seating comfort and good visibility, because for them, they're not going to have that same experience that you and I have.
Yeah, like driving mom and dad's station wagon back in the day. And I was
well, yeah. Things have changed just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I was going to ask you, is it better to buy new or used for your teen?
Well, the newer cars are going to have the newest safety features: the stability control, the vector control, the knee airbags, the side impact airbags. All that's great. You buy a vehicle that's a few years old, and a lot of that wasn't available because the technology wasn't there. So for them, it's going to be audio systems in cool colors. So there are vehicles you can buy well under $20,000, and many of these vehicles that are on our list actually are under $20,000. You can buy a certified pre-owned, but whatever you're looking for, make sure not to cut corners when it comes to safety. You can even look at a hybrid car like a Prius. They're great on fuel economy. They're just options to consider. It may not be right for your lifestyle. It may not be cool enough for them, but everyone has their own interests. The key is let them pick the color, you pick the car, because it's going to impact your insurance, especially if you have a young boy. The insurance rates will go up. USAA went through a list of vehicles of our members have, and that's the vehicles that we're talking about, like the Civic, the Honda Civic, the Ford Focus, the Nissan Altima, Toyota Corolla, the Hyundai Elantra, even the Kia Optima are all very popular cars, and they're good choices. But you want to get them in the newest vehicle you can afford, and also make sure to check those insurance rates before you make your decision, because they could be impacted. More safety will save you money.
Oh, I like that, and I like the cars that you were just showing. I mean, if my first car looked that good, I wouldn't have complained so much about it. Well, tell me, what is this?
Well, mine wasn't very great either. So,
what is the IIHS standing? What does that mean? What are we looking for there?
The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety sets up offset crash test ratings. That's if you drift into another lane. You may think, well, when am I going to do that? Well, you'd be surprised. If you're distracted or you need to avoid something in the road, you tend to have that offset accident is much more common than a head-on collision. So always look at that 5-star crash test rating that NHTSA, National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, puts out. In addition to the IIHS, the combination of the two will guide you. They have top picks and top safety pick plus. And those are the ones you want to look for. And then when you make your decisions, those will help lower your insurance rates as well. And USAA has a list of that. They're powered by TrueCar, so you can get car information on buying, selling, and pricing. And then always try to get competitive rates, and they offer that too for both insurance and for financing.
Good stuff, Lauren. Okay, one more question for you. We always hear and see the commercials about, you know, gas mileage and pricing. Why is that not always a good why is that not always a good fix for you? Pardon the pun, if you're buying for your teen.
Well, you know, you could find yourself in buying a smart car, but that's a really small car for a new driver. I mean, if they go to school in Georgetown and they're downtown, maybe a small car is a great choice. But when they're that small, the protection and the safety is not as great as it is in something that's a little bit larger, that has 4 doors, it's a little safer. I mean, so you have to look at that as well. Most of these vehicles do have great fuel economy, even if you're looking like we showed you the Prius, which happens to be one of the top choices. For Prius, it's great fuel economy, so that's something to consider too. So it will actually save you money.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you, Lauren Fix. Thanks for all of the tips, and hopefully we'll have these teens looking good and being safe out on the roads this fall. Thank you so much. Stick with us. We will have more of Let's Talk Live coming up after the break.